There's a war going on inside you. No one sees it. No one hears it. But you know it's there. A storm of disrespect, betrayal, humiliation, and rage, boiling in silence. You've been mocked, overlooked, dismissed. People speak over you, take credit for your ideas, test your patience, your boundaries, your worth. You've shouted for recognition only to be met with deaf ears. You've tried to reason only to be laughed at. You've begged for fairness only to be handed scraps. But I'm here to tell you something dangerous, something powerful, something ancient. You don't need to speak to win. You don't need to fight to dominate. You don't need to scream to destroy. You only need silence. But not just any silence. Weaponized silence. Silence that slices through the ego of your enemies like a sharpened blade. Silence that disorients, manipulates, weakens. Silence that turns power back in your hands, cold, calculated, sovereign. This is not passive. This is not weakness. This is war. Let me teach you what emperors knew, what assassins understood, what the truly powerful always possess. The loud are desperate for validation. The silent? Dangerous. You see, when you speak too much, you leak energy. You give away strategy. You expose yourself. The more you talk, the more predictable you become. But when you become silent, truly, deliberately silent, you become an enigma. You become unreadable, untouchable, terrifying. You force others to project their fears onto you, their insecurities, their guilt. Your silence becomes a mirror, and they hate what they see. Think of a lion before it attacks. Does it roar? No. It watches. It calculates. It waits. And then it strikes. Without warning. Without mercy. That's how I want you to begin thinking. Not like prey constantly reacting, but like a predator studying in silence. When you speak, say little. When you act, act big. But in between, let silence scream louder than your words ever could. Now let's turn this into weaponry. Practical. Lethal. Unstoppable. When someone insults you, they want a reaction. They want your anger, your outrage, your energy. Don't give it to them. Let their words hang in the air. Let them rot under their own weight. Say nothing. Let the silence wrap around them like a noose. They'll stumble. They'll question. They'll panic. And they'll reveal their weakness. Your silence becomes domination. Do not interrupt their foolishness. Let them bury themselves. Narcissists feed on attention, on conflict, on the chaos they create. Don't argue. Don't justify. Don't explain. Withdraw. Vanish. Say nothing. They will spiral. Their inflated image depends on your reaction. When you give them none, you kill the fantasy. You destroy them without lifting a finger. In negotiations, arguments, or interviews, speak less. Make others fill the void. People hate silence. It makes them uncomfortable. So they talk, and talk, and talk. And in their talking, they expose weaknesses, offer concessions, reveal truths. You control the tempo. You control the frame. And you smile. You nod. You control. Because the one who speaks least leads the conversation. When you leave a toxic relationship, a manipulative workplace, or a poisonous friendship, leave without explanation. No long text. No emotional breakdown. No goodbye speech. Just silence. Why? Because silence denies them closure. It denies them the opportunity to twist your words, to manipulate your motives. It forces them to sit with the consequences of their actions. And they will. A silent exit is a brutal sword of finality. Let your life speak. You don't need to tell them what you're planning. Just disappear for a while. Work in silence. Build in silence. Prepare in silence. And then, arrive with power. Let them see the transformation. Let them choke on your success. Let your progress be so undeniable that it silences the world. This is how you kill with silence. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but Robert, won't silence make me look weak? Only if you're weak inside. Silence is only powerful if it comes from a position of internal dominance. You must build your mind into an empire. Your thoughts must become steel. Your emotions, tamed. Your presence, anchored. Here's how to shift. Let this pierce your soul. You do not need to be understood to be powerful. The need to be understood is a weakness. It's begging for validation. True masters, kings, strategists, seducers, they don't explain. They impose. They let results speak. They let presence dominate. They let silence create mystery and fear. Stop explaining. Start executing. Every time you want to react, pause. Observe. Ask. What is this person trying to extract from me? My time? My energy? My submission? Your pause is your sword. Use it. Every reaction costs you power. Every silence earns you more. People will bait you into emotional warfare, guilt trips, lies, manipulations, passive aggression. Don't play their game. You're not here to win arguments. You're here to win life. And to win, you must rise above the noise. Detach. Float. Let their chaos spiral without you in it. Silence is your detachment. It is not cowardice. It is superiority. Let's take the gloves off. The world does not reward the most righteous. It rewards the most strategic. You think speaking your truth will save you? You think being louder will protect you? No. It makes you a target. It reveals your position. It exposes your plans. But when you observe, when you withhold, when you strategize in silence, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability is the ultimate form of power. It keeps enemies on edge, keeps competitors guessing. It keeps manipulators afraid. They can't control what they can't read. You must become unreadable. Kill them with your calm. Kill them with your quiet. Kill them with your mystery. Kill them with your absence. Kill them with your silence. Imagine this. A black hole, silent, invisible, but infinitely powerful. It doesn't speak. It doesn't warn. It simply pulls everything into its gravity. Planets, stars, light itself. It devours. It dominates. It reshapes reality. That is what I want you to become, a force of nature cloaked in silence. Not loud, not visible, but deadly. Let them orbit around you, wondering what you're thinking, what you're planning, who you are becoming. And then, without warning, you strike. Not with words, not with noise, but with impact, with consequence, with the silence of a storm right before it destroys everything in its path. You won't master this in one day. You must rewire your instincts, build your strength in the dark. Here's what you do starting today. Stop explaining yourself. Stop reacting to nonsense. Stop chasing closure. Stop engaging in low-level conflicts. Withdraw from anything that doesn't serve your mission. Practice strategic silence every single day. Journal your silence. Track your restraint. Celebrate your power. Because every time you say nothing when you used to explode, you win. Every time you walk away instead of proving a point, you grow. Every time you act instead of argue, you evolve. And eventually, you will no longer be seen as someone they can toy with. You will be seen as a ghost, the storm. A king in exile, returning in silence. This is your moment. This is the end of the old you, the reactive one, the people pleaser, the one who needed to be heard. That version of you? Bury it. No. From this day forward, you are sovereign. You are composed. You are quiet thunder, silent fire, cold steel. Let them wonder why you stopped responding. Let them chase the version of you that no longer exists. Let your silence become your revolution. Speak less, mean more. Move like a shadow. Strike like lightning. Because when you kill with silence, you don't just win. You end the war before it even begins. Now go. Build in silence. Rise in silence. Rule in silence. And when the world finally hears from you, let your silence echo louder than their screams.